Welcome to the Pipeline Podcast live stream. Today we have an update on that Minnesota ICE shooting that we were talking about the other day. I will start off by saying there was no riots, which is a good thing, but there is a lot of stuff we need to go over. If you're unfamiliar with the shooting, like the ICE shooting in Minnesota that killed, it was Renee Good. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this, Renee Nicole Good got shot. It was a very controversial video. There was two videos we went over the other night where a lot of people are arguing that she tried to run over an ICE agent, and then other people are arguing the ICE agent wasn't going to get run over and he shot her, and she did die, but he shot her and it was unjustified. And that's what the video was about. And if you're unaware about all of that, go back and watch it. We will link it in the video. And if you're familiar with the channel, you'll know that we cover stuff like this. The most similar thing we've covered recently is the LA riots. And we've got a whole playlist on that if you want to check it out. But here's where we're going to start off today. So the biggest thing that happened today is there was the cell phone footage of the ICE officer that was involved in the shooting was released. So we do need to watch that because this now makes it the third camera angle that we get of this incident, this shooting. And like I was saying the other night, it kind of surprises me that we only see 3 camera angles, because if you've ever watched a video of an ICE counter protest or whatever you want to call it, most of the time all these protesters are recording. So it really does surprise me that we have the ICE officer, we have his recording, and we only have 2 other recordings of the incident. I most likely think that there are a lot of people that do have recordings of the incident, but they're not going to release the footage because it would make the ICE officer look good. There are people that are trying to spin the narrative in defense of this lady, even though definitely go back and watch the first video if you're unaware about exactly what happened. But it looks like whether she did it purposely or accidentally, it was most likely accidentally. She almost ran over this ICE agent, and it looks like she even hit him. And basically, he just pulled out his gun and shot her. And then we'll get into it later in the video, but also a fun fact is this guy actually got hit by a car a couple months ago. So he was very prepared for it, and you see that in the video. And so this is his perspective. We're going to watch it probably a few times, talk about it, and then we have the rest of the updates from the last 2 days of the Minnesota chaos that's going on. That's what the video is going to be about tonight. So it was at 40 seconds. She is backing up at first. And then about right here, 41 seconds. And he's already fired 2 shots by then. And it sounds like you hear him get hit with the car, but you don't actually see it in the video, so I don't know. But the second source that we've gone over, the second video we watched the other night, that also looked like he was getting hit. And then in the first video, you couldn't really tell. But I just want to point out that this incident was about 3 seconds. It could have even been 2 seconds, less than 3 seconds. And the rest of the sources tonight are just us catching up on all the other stories that we need to be following to really understand the implications of what happened here and why it happened in the first place. So that's what we're going to do. We have the night of the shooting, people setting up barricades, I guess protesters setting up barricades in the street around where the shooting happened. Tonight we have a lot of footage of protests and then protesters getting arrested for I don't know exactly yet. We'll have to watch it, but we got a lot of footage and we're going to check it out. So it says breaking heavy clashes outside Minnesota Federal ICE Processing Center. So yeah, it looks like there's a couple people getting detained, arrested, I don't know. But it doesn't really show you, you don't see anyone getting attacked or anything. They're already kind of detained at this point. Oh my God, drag him back! Here, I'm not even sure if this was recorded today or yesterday, January 8th. I don't know if this might be an older video. I'm not actually sure. But either way, either this happened yesterday or it happened recently within the last month or two. And it's the FBI raiding some of these like Somali fraud locations, and they have done about, I believe it's 90. They've given 90 charges to like Somalian migrants in Minnesota, and I believe the total is, so far, if all those people are found guilty, it's 1.5 billion, and they're saying, oh, it goes much deeper than that. We're really investigating it. It's in like the tens of billions of dollars. But again, like fraud cases take a lot of time, so that's gonna be a while till we get a total number. Here we have Jimmy Kimmel making comments about this. If you don't know about Jimmy Kimmel, when Charlie Kirk died, he tried to claim that the shooter was a conservative. Like he tried to claim that the person that killed Charlie Kirk was a conservative. He actually lost his show over it for a couple days, but there was a bunch of public pushback, so we got his show back. And so now he's making comments about this. It's probably not going to go well. Let's check it out.
I know what they're doing. They're trying out a new slogan. Donald J. Trump is going to kill you. It's pretty good, right? This maniac, he isn't just killing people overseas. An ICE agent today shot and killed an unarmed 37-year-old woman.
I actually don't know, like, is that real Trump merch? Like, people would wear that.
During an ICE operation in Minneapolis. They're there under the guise of protecting us. And of course, our president weighed in with compassion. He wrote, "I've just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis. It is a horrible thing to watch."
If you want a real response to Trump's tweet, check out our video from 2 days ago, because it's not a tweet, it's a Truth Social post. But anyway, check out our video, our first video on this, because we cover the entire Truth post and we give actual commentary on it, unlike Jimmy Kimmel. You're welcome for that.
The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car, this is the woman who was killed, was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Now, I saw this video. It didn't look like anybody.
What'd you see, Jimmy Kimmel? You saw it? What'd you see?
Now, I saw this video. It didn't look like anybody got run over to me. It looked to me like a woman got scared, tried to drive away, and they shot her.
Yeah, woman got scared, tried to drive away, an ICE agent was in front of the vehicle, and they shot her. You got eyes. Open them up.
That'll be for the court to decide. Well, the mayor of Minneapolis, though, had this to say.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody.
The video of himself.
Directly. That is bull. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. And I have a message.
And it's really not reckless. This exact situation has happened to him before, the ICE agent.
For ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
That is the shirt I want to see. To ICE. Get the out of Minneapolis.
Yeah, so a lot of MAGA people have an issue with these two shirts. I actually think after watching this video, he didn't say anything like crazy. I don't think anything. I mean, you can expect that kind of take from Jimmy Kimmel, but it's not like trying to spin a false narrative of an assassination. You know, this video isn't that bad, like his previous comments on Charlie Kirk. So whatever. I'm glad we covered it. Here we have from yesterday. ICE agents are being sworn by protesters in Minneapolis. I guess let's check it out. Yeah, nothing crazy going on here. But you can see that things in Minnesota are kind of heating up. I think this is the same protest, just another angle. And yeah, there's a lot of protesters. This looks to be the same protest as well. This is from yesterday.
In a moment like this, Paul, the discretion that the officer
We're aware. I just hope that they'll stop. And I'm not saying stop.
And then here is allegedly an armed raid on a Somali property. But you see a lot of protesters as well. I saw a Mexican flag there. Wrong country. There's just like a girl screaming the same thing. Don't attack the agents. It's like, I think everyone heard you the first time.
I'm trying to help.
She's trying to help. My bad. My bad. Okay, my bad.
Any more left back there?
All right. Nothing popping off there, but you do see these ICE agents coming into Minnesota after all these like fraud scandals. And then you do see a lot of people. I truly believe a lot of these people are like they're like organized and potentially paid, or like their grifting job depends on it. Like this kind of stuff continuing, this like fraud and like illegal immigration. And when they see like federal agents come in, they say, hey, like you're the federal government. We don't have to listen to you. We can do our own thing. And that's actually not the case. That's not how it works. And I think that's what's going on in Minnesota. It's a little bit different than in California, in LA, because in LA, they loot at night. In Minnesota, it looks like they don't really riot at night. They go to bed, go to sleep, and they wake up and do this kind of stuff during the day. That's how I understand it. Here, a rioter gets detained after spitting on a federal agent outside the ICE facility. 8 seconds.
Make me. Get out.
I didn't see him spit on anyone. I just see him getting detained.
Make me. Get out. Yeah.
But yeah, a whole lot of nothing there. He's not like we didn't see him do anything. Here we have allegedly a leftist openly threatening to kill ICE in Minnesota. 54 seconds. So I guess that's the ICE facility. I didn't hear any threats there. Is that what you said? We're going to fucking find you? At the end? Okay, yeah, she is kind of threatening them. She's like, we're gonna like, I can't tell you exactly what she's saying, but she's saying like we're gonna get your information, like figure out your name so we can track you. So we can like find you, and I believe she says like find your children. So she's saying we're going to use the federal government database to get your name and your address and track all of your loved ones. That's what she's saying to this person going into the ICE facility. Okay, interesting. Here, okay, this is actually a very fun source. So I'm not convinced on this source. People are saying it's a lone America First patriot that kind of like goes out into one of these protests in support of ICE. But I've also heard people saying that this is like controlled opposition, that this guy's actually a kind of well-known leftist, and he's doing it as like satire or to kind of like incite violence. So I don't actually know specifically this guy, like what side he is politically. He might be acting or something, is what I'm hearing two sides to it.
Let's get out of here.
So we're gonna watch this anyway.
Okay, let's walk him out.
You ain't bouncing me, bitch.
We should go, man. We should go. Let's go. Let's go.
Grab his
Keep
arm.
your fucking hey. This is a woman, but you will get hurt, buddy. Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Let's go, man.
Keep your fucking hands.
We're non-violent.
Let's go.
We're
Keep your
non-violent.
Let's go.
It's peaceful.
Let's go.
Staying peaceful.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go.
Patriots, get out of here. We need some backup, boys. We need some backup, boys.
This is peaceful. We're peaceful. We're peaceful. We're peaceful.
Walk away.
Everybody back up. Everybody back up.
Don't hurt anybody. Don't hurt anybody, and there won't be a problem.
That's what we're trying to do.
So far, I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
See this, guys? We will not back down. We will not surrender. These people will not continue to intimidate us in our country. The storm is here. When we come one, we go all. No one can stop what is coming.
So yeah, people are suspicious of this guy. Because he is like, I don't know, you just never seen a character like this before. You've seen pro-ICE like demonstrators, but they're usually not like this. And I'm not sure exactly what to think of this guy, if he's doing this on purpose, he really believes in it, or it's like satire, he's a leftist trying to like incite something. I really am not convinced. Like, I don't really know.
Get here, guys. We need you in Minnesota. These people are fucking terrorists. These people are terrorists. They hate our country. They hate everything we stand for. Who's we? The people that are watching.
What do you stand for? Sorry. What do you stand for?
Native American.
What do you stand for? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, what a pretty guy.
This is conquered land. This is conquered land, buddy.
That doesn't make any sense.
He says this is conquered land.
Patriots, get out of here. We need to back up. Answer yourself or you're gonna get hurt today, all right? We executed one of you yesterday. We executed one of you yesterday. You understand that?
Yeah, and like, I really don't think people on the right, especially like a demonstrator, because you don't even see a lot of demonstrators on the right, would be saying stuff like that, like trying to instigate things, like, we executed one of you today. It's like insightful. And so that's what I've also heard a lot of people on like social media saying this guy is like a leftist that was just trying to like start some stuff. I don't really know though. He could be like a conservative. And then he also could be on drugs if we look back at his eyes from earlier.
People are fucking.
These eyes. So, there's not enough information on this guy yet. I really can't make a decision.
Don't feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Don't give them the press. You're just talking to white supremacists. Do not give him your attention. Do not give them a.
Okay, so I think she's one of these pro-illegal immigration protesters, and she's saying like, don't listen to this guy.
Attention.
You guys keep playing stupid games. You're gonna keep getting stupid prizes. You guys will continue to be killed.
And she's calling him a troll, which is probably a really good way to define him. I do think he is kind of a troll.
You keep trying to harm these men. Don't you understand
Don't feed the
it?
trolls.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what to think of that, but it's an important video to watch.
Okay, let's walk them out.
You ain't bouncing me, dude.
And things look really
All right. And we have just basically Tim Waltz giving a statement.
bleak. It was
We do need to listen to what he says, even if we don't want to listen to what he says, but he is the governor of Minnesota.
our history. When things looked really bleak, it was Minnesota's first that held that line for the nation on that July 3rd, 1863.
1863. He can't even get it out because he knows no one cares.
I think now we may be in that moment that the nation's
Maybe not no one cares. People care, but it has nothing to do with what's going on in Minnesota today.
looking to us to hold the line on democracy, to hold the line on decency, to hold the line on accountability, and more than that, to rise up as neighbors and simply say, we can look out for one another. We can have differences, but we've proved to the world going on 250 years that our democracy could hold.
And every day, I swear, he just starts looking more and more like Joe Biden with that just lost.
Let's go.
Grab his
Keep
arm.
your fucking egg. This is a woman.
Sorry about the audios. X is not the best. Every day, he keeps looking more and more like Joe Biden, where his stare, his gaze just starts, it just gets, more lost every day. It just goes away every day. And you just kind of see him finding out is the best way to say it. Running a deficit in your state, allowing fraud to continue, not looking into the fraud that's going on in your state, and not believing whistleblowers, which is we've had an issue with not believing whistleblowers in the past. You could relate it to not believing victims of sexual assault. We used to do that a lot in the past. In 2026, it looks like we don't believe people. These aren't victims, I guess, the whistleblowers, but we don't believe people that are trying to say, hey, government money is being wasted. And what Tim Waltz actually did is increased the budget for these programs that allowed the fraud to happen in the first place. And he didn't look into the fraud allegations. And this is the face right here when that all comes crumbling down and people kind of find out about it. And it reminds me of Joe Biden. Here we have JD Vance's comments on it. So that was supposed to be a clip of Waltz commenting on the ICE shooting. But he kind of just rambles off about stuff that's just not relevant. And then we'll take a listen to what JD Vance had to say.
After ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile?
And I do want to say that's a bad argument, because that's kind of what the right claims the left is guilty of, is being too sensitive. So the argument that he should be using, or at least what he should be saying, is it's not that the ICE officer was nervous, but it's that he was very ready for the situation. And keep in mind, we watched this a couple times. The whole situation takes 3 seconds, maybe less than 3 seconds. It's hard to tell. And to me, it just says that he knew exactly what was going to happen, and he reacted to that properly, because he's probably thought about it a million times in his head after the first time it happened to him. So it's not like he was nervous. It really is that he was prepared.
what that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws.
Yeah, so I guess tell me what you think. Who do you think had better comments, Tim Walz or JD Vance? We do have Christy Nome. She comments on this, but unfortunately, this video is going a little bit too long. We're going to skip Christy Nome. She's getting cut. Oh, and this is a video of the ICE agent getting dragged by a car a few months ago.
Side rear window. These
So I guess that's him.
Images show the officer's hand
right here
in the vehicle. In this video, you can see the driver take off with the agent hanging from the car.
I really couldn't see the agent hanging from the car.
In this video, you can see the
I think he's on the other side of the car.
Driver take off with the agent hanging from the car, dragging him 300 feet through front. Agent.
Okay, so this is the guy. This is the same guy that was involved in the shooting, which is hilarious. And again, it just shows you he knew exactly what was going to happen. He's dealt with people trying to at least like run away or run him over, potentially. And if you don't believe me, check out our first video on this. We'll link it again. If he didn't move out of the way, if he didn't run away, he would have got run over. I'll leave it at that.
Bro's willing to suffer a lot of road rash just to get some time off. That's what it seems like.
He'll probably get a promotion, bro. Time off? No way.
He keeps fighting cars.
They'll give him a medal and a promotion. He keeps fighting cars. Yeah, and that's the thing that we were saying is like, he could have survived without killing the lady. Like, it's true. He could have gotten out of the way and just not shot her. But also, the use of the gun, justified at the end of the day.
No, it's
but
not
unfortunate.
Justified.
Yeah, in your opinion.
He was already out of the way.
No, he wasn't. Oh, did you see the first?
Okay, there's like a video of him on his phone. And then, like, he looks up and she's moving, and then he shoots her.
And it's about.
I've seen
right there. He gets hit and just shoots. Like, it's all like reaction. It's so quick. But anyway, that's what we're covering tonight. Here we have some protesters getting like pepper spray balled.
The Tipman 98 Custom still alive and well. I see.
It's doing
it. Kicking.
That's all very minor stuff.
Some things never change.
Here's just another source of like clashes with protesters.
They're clashing.
Yeah, and they always cut to when the clashes happen, but they never, like, these sources need to be showing exactly what happened before, because a lot of times it really is like a protester turning into a rioter, doing something aggressive, grabbing an agent or something like that.
Look at that big boy. He's either bleeding.
He is. That's 3 agents, 4 agents, 5 agents, 4. Yeah. It took a couple guys to take him down. He's a big boy. But yeah, so that's a guy getting detained, arrested. Here is a TikTok user sharing a video. It appears to be a vehicle on fire that is associated with ICE, but who knows if that's true.
What jurisdiction do ICE agents have?
Federal. We have what the heck is wrong with people?
Notice how the ICE agents are allowed to use their vehicles as deadly weapons, but if a citizen
that's the
does
thing.
it, they get 3 to the face.
That's the thing. They're
Yeah,
not
that's my
running
favorite
anybody
part.
over.
I mean,
What
Posted here on the ground,
The other guy
Martha.
get ran over.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. He's fine. They're not gonna run him over. They're
No,
responsible.
he's fine.
He's
just
fine.
popped couple on the dude.
Yeah, he's fine.
Trying to run him
Yeah, he
over.
should-
What do you
He
mean?
should
Well, that's the
sidestep,
thing.
and then he should reach around and then pop him in the face.
I'm not sure if you guys
What
are
are you-
unaware, but if there's like a federal officer like trying to like, you know, go somewhere, you can't impede them.
He's allowed to murder them. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
if
what we're here
comparing
for.
the
The
two,
federal
if you're-
officer,
if-
if the federal officer shot here, it wouldn't be justified because this guy's not in a vehicle that could kill the ICE agents. I don't know if you I hope you guys understand that. But if there was a threat against the ICE agents, the ICE agents would be able to, you know, like take care of the
I
threat.
don't know how you look at this picture and not say that guy's not trying to run him over.
But
Yeah,
you're
he
saying
does-
that
he
if the
doesn't run
ICE
him over.
agent- If the ICE agent's in this position, he is authorized to use deadly force.
Yes, because the car could kill the ICE
Oh,
agent.
okay. Oh, but it can't kill this guy.
I'm so confused. Yeah, he's literally like the car is rolling and there's a guy in front of him.
Yeah,
yes?
but I hope you understand, like, like if there's like an investigation or anything like police related going on or federal enforcement
They're
related
allowed
going
to
on.
murder people with their cars.
No,
you're
no.
Yeah.
If you threaten them, if you try to run them over, they might shoot you. I hope you understand that. I hope everyone
Like
understands
that guy
that.
might shoot him.
No,
The other
this
thing
guy.
I saw.
That's
the
not
other
what I'm
thing
saying.
I saw in the video, in whatever video,
Yeah, I
was
feel like
it
I've seen
showed the
2
lady.
videos of people
It
trying to
showed
get
the
ran over,
lady
right?
doing like 10 hand over hand motions, clearly signaling that she was trying to get out of the way. So, I mean, you know,
I don't know. Did you see the first video
this
where
guy's
she's
running straight at this guy.
Yeah,
Well-
we're just seeing 2 videos of this. They're both trying to.
Okay, so in the
Yeah,
first
watch
video,
her hands. Do you see her hands? Do you see her hands?
her hands are just turning. I think they're just
Oh,
moving.
hold on.
He didn't
Let's
get
see.
ran
They're just
over
moving
either,
the
right?
steering wheel.
Yeah, so this body cam is center mass, right? So the
No, it's a
car
cell phone
passes
camera.
him. Okay, so it's in his arm. The car passes
Well, I think he
him,
gets
and
hit
then
though.
he
You
pops.
can hear it. You can hear
Yeah,
it.
let's listen. Let's listen.
He gets hit and he shoots. Yeah.
Okay, car's out of the way, then he pops.
And that's exactly what you would
Yeah,
expect to happen if you hit
The
a
other guy
federal
was
officer.
getting hit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but what I'm saying is the other guy is trying to obstruct the ICE agents.
The ICE agent was
Yeah.
clear of
Yes.
a deadly weapon, and then he
And-
shot his gun. That's what I just
Um,
saw. We just saw a first-person view of that.
Yeah, if you need more backstory to this, but once you get to the point where you can't do anything against federal agents, you don't let the government function. Like the government's not going to work anymore. Like nothing will work. So basically, if a federal agent is threatened, they can use deadly force. If a protester is trying to jump in front of a vehicle, obviously the ICE agent can't use that deadly force. But they also can't run over
what
the
he's doing
protester.
right now, though.
No.
That's what he's doing right now, though.
Did he kill anybody?
Can you press play? Can you press
Yeah.
play?
Here, when they hear the mayor of their city saying ICE should get out, and they don't hear much from the governor except please
And look,
behave.
Everything's
we're
fine.
watching the same video. You know what I mean?
Do you realize
yeah,
that they're federal agents though?
But one person shoots.
They're officers. I hope you
have a
understand that.
I have a
Saw what
different
happened in
perspective.
2020. The question is it
So
going to
the-
happen again? We'll
so
keep you
because of
posted
the
here on
government
the ground, Martha.
law,
I mean, look at that.
means that you can't touch it.
Here, look at this perspective of it.
Are you aware of like the military as well? Like, do you know what a war is?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know,
If
do you
you're
know
getting
like
paid by the rich
what a
people-
cop is?
Yeah, if you're getting.
Do you know
paid
what
by
the
rich
law is? Do you
people
know what a
to
country
defend
is?
Property.
Do you know what
to defend
society is? I
property,
don't
you're
know
allowed
what
to
to tell you, man.
Guy getting in
I'm
front of
telling you
that-
like it is.
Exactly, that is exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you threaten like a federal agent or federal
even if they
official,
do the same thing to you, even if you do the same thing to you, you're not allowed to kill them.
no, it's
but
not
they're
the
allowed
same
to kill
thing. The
you.
guy was in front of the car. The lady
Right.
was driving the car.
Look at
The moving-
other perspective. It's different. I'll send it to Chris too.
Did you send it
You
to
can
me?
see him on his phone just before he gets hit.
Did you send?
He's just
Where did you
recording,
send it?
but- In Discord.
In what Discord?
Yeah.
The typewriter?
You.
Yeah, this is the same video that we've seen a million times, I think, right?
Oh yeah, so this is the cropped video. If you need more information on that, you're gonna need to watch our first video.
Car, if we didn't learn a
Yeah, but she turns after she hits him anyway. But it doesn't matter
Yeah,
because how is he gonna know that she's turning? He's not gonna be able to see the tires.
terrible lesson
again, my
about this
favorite part
yesterday.
in that
I mean, you got to just question the judgment of these individuals and also just the base.
And you have to question you have to.
He was hit for a third of a second while the other guy was like actively trying to get ran over.
I don't know what you're on. Are we watching the same video?
Basic of yesterday. If a federal law enforcement asks you to get out of your car.
Yes, I guess that's all we have on that source. But yeah,
my favorite part.
My
favorite part was after he got hit and the car, he was out of the way of the car, is when he decided to shoot. That was my favorite part.
Well, yeah,
He was
so
out of clear
just
present
think,
danger.
if you say you were an officer and like
Out of
someone attacked you, what do? Like attack them back? So
You know what
if
you
he gets
don't
hit with
do?
the
Put 'em down.
car,
You put 'em down.
exactly. What
You
can you
don't-
expect? And so the best
you
way
don't-
to not get shot by a cop or an officer is to not hit them with your car. That's kind of what I'm saying.
You become judge, jury, and executioner. I don't know what to tell you. You
Well,
pull out your piece.
Public servants also have a duty to uphold and maintain public safety, and if you're afraid because a vehicle is assault with a deadly weapon, and then you turn that deadly weapon into a vehicle without an operator while it's driving, that seems like not that doesn't seem very safe to me. That seems like you're creating more danger as well, when you could instead get their license plate and go pick them up later, like law enforcement is trained to do.
Yeah, and I get that, and we talked about that in the first video as well. But like, we kind of got to go past that.
We have to kind of like
we've already talked about it. We've already covered it.
We have to infantilize the federal agent and make sure that he has no accountability.
No, he is accountable. Like, and we even talked about probably like a civil suit, at least for like the car that got blown up or totaled against like some kind of government agency, like a civil suit against that. But this guy, like, if you let the population impede on like how the government functions, the government won't be able to function. And without a government, the country is not going to work. Nothing is going to work. So that's kind of the argument for it. And that's why we're all here. Here we have a BLM like supporter making comments about it. We'll check it out.
Money now. Shut these streets down.
Yes.
Again. Make the city pay. Again. And again. They was worried about losing money when George Floyd died. We as a people can cause them to lose more money now.
What?
If we don't stand together, we're gonna fold. Together we stand, divided we fold.
Yeah, you're right.
We as a community got to stop talking and do the work.
There is no subtitles for this video.
Yeah, understandable.
We cannot wait till somebody die again to do the work.
What?
ICE is a demon. They are not human beings.
ICE are not human beings.
They are killers. They're killing on target. Shut these streets.
What?
So yeah, we're all familiar by now that BLM was a little bit of a grift, and rioting, destroying infrastructure is not a good idea. It's not going to make the area that you live in any better. It's not going to fix anything by destroying things. And you can have this kind of rhetoric. You can say words that would come off as inciting violence. Like, that's totally fine. But you shouldn't, respond to the words and go out and like riot and things. And that's kind of what these videos are all about. Here we have more clashes, like protesters with federal agents.
The government doesn't want you to be violent because violence is how real change occurs.
Right.
In reality.
Right, and the government has thankfully been very, very passive and very constrained this whole time. They're honestly being too
only
nice.
Killed a few people.
Yeah, exactly. And the people that they've killed, like that, the lady that we're covering, Renee Nicole Good, hit an ICE officer, almost ran him over and killed him. And that's not the first time he's been hit either.
I don't know about killing him.
Yeah, I don't know about almost killing him.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe
Yeah, I
almost
could've.
ran him
Yeah, I
over,
could've.
but-
What about the guy that
Well-
the ICE officer is trying to run over? You're saying that guy couldn't have died?
Yeah, do you want to check the speeds? I mean, if you want to play this video
Yeah,
back,
actually,
check the
please,
speeds.
can you tell me the speed
Like,
of the vehicle when the officer was
She
hit?
was flooring it.
By the way. Yeah,
That
no,
guy
she wasn't
didn't get
flooring
run
it.
over.
She wasn't flooring it. You would hear tires peeling out if she was flooring
You
it.
can see the speed that she goes.
RPMs on the tires.
Okay,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, do the
ICO.
math.
Okay.
She's accelerating.
No.
The
You're
ICE
the
agents
one,
are not. No,
you're
do the
one
math.
Who
Do
said
the math.
I'm asking you. You're the one who made the claim that you had it. You're like, do you want to see the speeds? And I'm like, yes. So then
Well,
you
I
told
said
me
go,
to
didn't
do
I
the
say,
math.
I said go back and watch the videos, right? Go back and watch
You
it.
told me to. You said
I could see her vehicle not accelerating quickly.
Yeah.
Well, she goes from full stop to accelerating. And you need to watch the
Yeah,
first
you
video as
starting
well.
the car.
Yeah, well, no, going from reverse.
Accelerating?
Yeah, you mean driving the vehicle.
Define fast. Accelerating.
Yeah. I mean that.
Yeah,
ICE
accelerating,
agent was
exactly.
accelerating with that guy
No,
on
no,
the hood.
I'm not saying
speed
she
and
was.
acceleration.
I'm not
There's a
saying she was
difference.
trying to do it on purpose. Smells like your wife's cunt.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming this.
Oh, you might get in trouble for that one.
No, I think that's fine.
I don't think it is.
Really, nothing crazy here. We've seen that.
Just
source.
people LARPing.
So yeah, here's the ICE agent.
Get out,
getting
and
run
they don't
over.
hear much.
Yeah, and
Look at
it's a constant speed. It is a constant speed. I hope you guys all see that.
They look like they're accelerating to me. Can you get the
What?
speed?
Are you kidding
Do you
me?
want to get? Do you want to get
Are
the
you
speed
guys
on
kidding
this?
me? Get the fuck
Do
out of
the
here!
The tires.
Look at it. Look
All
at
right,
revolution.
all right, yeah. If you don't want to have like a debate where we're actually using logic, that's fine.
Hey,
Do you-
whoa, hold
are
on,
you saying
hold
this
on,
guy
hold
is
on.
accelerating?
Look at that video.
Are you
Yes,
actually?
Look, watch. He
Yeah.
accelerates and then
Right-
brakes.
right
Look,
there.
Look, right there. Yep.
Yeah.
So is that accelerating?
It's hard to keep a constant
So let's
speed.
use
You can
logic. Let's
fluctuate.
use logic. Oh, so he
He
was
can accelerate,
accelerating
decelerate.
Right there. No,
So-
like that's
right.
fine. That's
So he was
not like he was.
accelerating?
Okay, well,
So
this
you
is
can
what I
see
mean.
that he was accelerating.
Now I gotta pull up the video from the other night, which I didn't want to cover again because now it's gonna take
Can-
forever to edit. But whatever.
Can you concede that he accelerated there?
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
he
I can
accelerated.
agree in both videos. They're accelerating.
And he used it as a threat
No,
to get
well,
that
he
guy
accelerated.
out of the way.
Can you agree that right after he accelerated,
that-
he slowed down the speed dramatically?
That guy
Even
almost
less
died.
than he was
Yeah.
originally. No, he didn't. That's the whole
What do you
point.
mean?
That's the whole point. Is he wasn't going to die?
He got hit by a car.
He
All right.
got hit, but he could have potentially died. You
He
don't
could have
know.
potentially died. You cannot argue that he couldn't.
See,
There's
you
the
talk
potential
about
for death.
logic.
Right
No,
there.
like, do you see the speed that they're going and the way that he's like positioned himself? He's not gonna
Yeah,
like look
if
at
he
look at
fell,
this.
he got
He's,
ran over,
he's
he
not
coulda
going
died.
to get ran over. He's
He's
doing this
more in
on
front of the
purpose, and he's
vehicle.
impeding
He's-
federal like
correct, and
officers,
he's-
federal agents.
Yeah, I don't
He's-
disagree with that.
Okay.
He is putting his life at risk to do so.
He
Yeah.
is more in the way of that vehicle than the officer was in front of the.
Yeah, but the officer you can
SUV.
actually hear like gets hit.
He gets brushed by the vehicle. You ever
can
get
hear it.
brushed by a car?
No, but you
before?
can hear it. You can hear it like right here. And like he like got hit.
Yeah, that's
I
where.
think that
no,
was
it's
the sound of him
That's when
falling.
if you look at the video, the other video, it shows him. That's
Yeah, but
probably the hand that hit the vehicle.
We've already covered both those videos in the first
He
video.
put his hands on top of the hood.
And that's
right?
kind of
He
why
put
we
it-
need to leave off. Well, no, and there's one other source where he does get hit, but it is hard to tell. But it's like
It looks.
if a federal officer, if any kind of officer is threatened, they can respond to it. That's
Yeah, if you're a
I hope
pussy.
you understand.
They're allowed to murder. I
Yeah.
understand.
Okay, I'm glad you understand.
One person is legally allowed to murder.
Yes,
the other
exactly.
person is not legally allowed to murder.
Well, you can murder someone, but not if they're an officer doing like an investigation. If it's someone that's attacking you, yes, of course.
The law says
you can
I'm allowed
defend
to
yourself.
murder you, but you can't murder me.
And even if the
No,
officer is doing
the law
something-
says don't impede on an investigation. And if you do and you hit an officer while you're impeding on the investigation, you might get shot. That's what the law says.
And the whole point of that though is that the officers aren't always educated in the law. That's why there's judges and lawyers.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
So,
I think at worst,
so
we covered this 2 days ago. It will be a civil suit. I don't think this guy is going to be found criminally charged with anything.
I think he is going to be criminally charged with at least like some form of negligence because of shooting the vehicle when it was no longer a threat
What are his
to him.
credentials? What is like?
He's
Well,
just
to be an
got
ICE
whatever
agent, you at
whatever
least need a
federal
bachelor's degree.
whatever like the federal agent credentials are probably just basic like a bachelor's.
Yeah, you need at least a bachelor's, and then normally you have some military or like armed security stuff like that history.
Yeah, something like that.
Or police officer.
Here is another Renee Nicole Duke type character that's like in a vehicle. She has some kind of conversation with this ICE agent that's been kind of going around today. We're going to cover it.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
So the ICE agent is saying, hey, if you don't stop following us, that might be a bad decision.
I'm not. The issue that we're trying to say is
I'm giving
that
her a warning
he
to not
has a
interfere with
gun
what
and
we're
the
doing,
ability to kill someone,
to not make a
even
bad
if
decision
he
today
doesn't
and
fit
ruin
the
your life.
standard legal
Okay, thank
definition
you.
for like interfering
alrighty, thank
or
you. Have a good
for like assault with
Okay,
a
thank
deadly
you.
weapon.
Well, that
right?
also depends on the state, too.
He gets to decide whether or not she lives or dies, and then a judge decides whether or not he goes to jail or not. And
Yeah,
so that's
no, you're
the
right.
issue.
Yeah, maybe a judge will say he goes to jail. I don't think so, though.
I think that he's at least going to get a criminal charges.
I think ICE, the agency, will get at least a civil suit for the damage that they did.
Well, like I said, I don't think he's going to get in trouble for murdering her. I think he's
No.
going to get in trouble for like the vehicle hitting the car, because
Yes.
like of negligence or something. Like
I think
like
it will just be a
negligence.
civil suit,
or even
his agency
manslaughter.
will pay out a what did we say? An out of court settlement.
Yeah, civil suit for sure.
That's kind of as far as I think it
someone.
will go.
Well, we'll see.
Government has graciously given us not too much death.
Literally, you're
Thank you,
welcome for
government.
that. Imagine if you were in Iran right now.
Well, the other issue is that she does the previous video that you showed, like she does have the right to do that. She does have the right to do some of those things. Like honking a horn and following someone isn't illegal.
Oh
It's your
yeah,
First Amendment
and
protected speech.
that's why she didn't get shot. She's allowed to follow them around. Like you're allowed to do that.
But do you see how like that's like how some people could take an issue with that when if an officer or an ICE agent who might not be very intelligent is just able to make these decisions on someone who doesn't have like malevolent intent. Normally, like when someone has some bad intent, they're doing said thing and then they get taken out. But this wasn't one of those cases. And that lady following them around and honking, like
Yeah, like you're
that's
allowed
not-
to do
that's
that.
First Amendment speech,
Yeah,
right?
and that's why nothing bad happened to her. She didn't try to run over an ICE agent intentionally or unintentionally.
What I
That's the
saw was an
difference.
ICE agent creating a confrontation and escalating the situation to where it could potentially become a problem.
I don't
see the
think
other-
he escalated the situation.
I-
It's not like he was
I-
shooting her before he got shot or before he got hit with the car. I really don't think he escalated the situation.
Oh, I just meant in the last video.
In the last video, I mean,
one
he
where
was
he
just
walks up
talking
to
to
the
her.
car and threatens her.
I don't think that was a threat. I think it's
Yeah, it was a threat. Oh, if you
no,
keep doing that, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because look what happened. Oh, this came out today. So look what happened 2 days ago. I really think he's being considerate here. Like, actually, like, hey, he's telling this lady, like, you can keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, that's why you haven't been arrested or shot, but mistakes happen, people fuck up, things happen, and it could be dangerous.
That is the rational thing to do, is use your words.
That's a veiled threat to me. That's what that is.
Well, yeah, I mean, he said it in like a, super masculine tone, right? I mean, that's kind of another, like, I guess, like, spin-off to this whole thing is you see like people on the right that are like, oh, it's okay to be a little masculine. You see the whole, like, I don't know, all these like Andrew Tate figures, and the left is like very against that. But just the way that he phrased it, it's I don't really see it as a threat at all. I don't think either of them are. They're just opposite sides of the spectrum.
Well, and so with all that I'm trying to say, because I support the deportations. I want Trump to beat Obama.
They haven't done enough.
So Obama can't be called the deporter in chief anymore. So the Democrats can't be called that anymore. I would like him to beat Obama, but
it's pretty hard when you got people following you around.
No, I think that there needs to be. I think that you need to have a little bit more responsibility and accountability if you're a federal agent. Like, you gotta, like, you have to have a little bit of. You should have the ability to take slightly more abuse because you're a civil servant. Like, you shouldn't, and you have a gun, right? You shouldn't be like, oh, they're honking their horn and following me. I'm gonna go say, hey, keep doing that. We're gonna have problems, right?
A customer service role with a gun is scary.
Sure.
Customer service role with a gun, yeah. And that's another thing. It's
immunity.
Like people that work in food service probably have better de-escalation skills than like officers. And like that's that stuff is all true. But I will say, we've covered like ICE riots and ICE protests since like Trump got back in office, and we have seen them being like very constrained.
I know.
They've had shit thrown at them and shot at them and exploded at them.
Some of the protesters are nasty. Some of the protesters are pretty nasty.
If you want to go body for body, the amount of protesters that have killed other protesters is about equal to the amount of people that ICE has killed as well. Like, it really is.
I'm not even talking about killing. I'm just talking about decorum and making threats and all that stuff.
Right. And yeah, this was aggressive, but I don't think.
Like, if someone's standing at the corner recording you,
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with.
You just kind of have to take it.
Yeah, and that's what they do every day.
You're a public.
That's what he's doing right here, and that's why she didn't get arrested.
No, but I'm saying is that he, in my opinion, going over there and making a veiled threat is an escalation technique that's only going to embolden her.
In like the same area the day after a lady got shot. Like I don't think so. I think that that maybe he saved a life right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he could have worded it better, but maybe he doesn't know any better how to talk to someone like that. This is just a lady getting detained, arrested, I don't know. These are more protests?
That looks like an A5.
I like the music. Yeah, they got some sick paintball guns.
I can't even tell what that is.
This is a pro
There's an A5
ICE
with a CO2 tank that was facing forward.
This is a pro ICE demonstrator. He's playing Ice Ice Baby, the pro ICE guy. Okay, he's with that other supposedly like bad actor from earlier that we were talking about. I don't know if this guy is legit or not.
Bad actor.
Yeah. I'm not sure. So yeah, he's with that guy. Here we have, this is from tonight. So it's downtown Minneapolis. It's like protests.
those rioters.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not like LA. It's actually
looting.
No, in LA they loot. In Minnesota, they go to sleep at night. Here's
funny.
It's a source. 1,000 more Border Patrol agents are being sent to Minnesota.
Where's
1,000
Minnesota?
additional Border Patrol and Customs agents are
It's
headed to
over by
Minneapolis
Montana.
tonight. Of course,
Like, it's
nations
pretty-
into that incident. And Fox News is told by multiple Homeland Security
I think
sources that
Canadians
roughly
they're
1,000
deporting?
additional Border Patrol and Customs agents.
No, it's Somalis. If you're unfamiliar with that, check out the channel. This is another side story. Allegedly, this is unverified. The dictator of Iran has been killed by like the uprisings, but it's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed. But this guy,
Ayatollah?
the Ayatollah, is dead allegedly.
No.
You're like, no. So the Jewish puppet will get the president or whatever, or the king, sorry, will most likely return to Iran and seize control if this is confirmed. And this plays into the Venezuela pickup that happened a week or so ago where we captured Maduro. And there was no U.S. involvement other than most likely undercover CIA operatives that incited the riots. Here we have
Where do you see that?
See what? Here we have
I don't see any information saying that he's dead.
Goal of
Yeah, it's
immigration so the
unconfirmed.
government can get more money. Like to get people out of the country that they're not paying their taxes, right? That's the idea.
You're saying the goal of immigration, like bringing people here, is to get people out of the country to
Or
not pay taxes?
Getting illegal immigrants out of the country. Like, what's the reasoning behind it?
So basically, you gotta watch the fucking channel. God damn it, man! But
I'm not gonna sift
basically,
through like
when someone
4,800 hours of videos.
when someone is here like illegally, it's so easy for them to get taken advantage of that in most cases, like this is just one argument, there's 100 arguments, but most cases, like they're going to be the guy that's stuck at minimum wage forever. They're going to be the guy that's willing to work like the shit hours. They're going to be the guy that's worth, or girl that's willing to work the shitty jobs, which keep wages low for like average Americans. And then also it goes into everything else in the economy. Like they need a place to live, which drives up your rent prices, your mortgage prices, all of that, all of those things. And then some of them don't pay taxes, but most of them actually do.
Oh, okay.
Well, they pay some taxes.
So it's just money
depends.
related. It's just
Well, so if you
It's
want
infrastructure related
nation,
too. It's nation related.
If you want a nation that provides a social safety net to its poorest individuals that won't turn people away
And
when
they're
they're
not
coming
paying
to the
into the
hospital
safety net.
and they're dying, yeah, you can't allow people to just come over here in mass and take advantage of the social cultural welfare that we have without putting it back in, because like on average illegal immigrants do cost I don't know the figure. I think they're like a net negative on the system though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they stay on welfare programs a lot more than people that were born here. A lot more often they stay on those programs. And then also you can take it even deeper where there's like allegedly some states are letting them vote even though they're not legally allowed to. And it goes into to the whole ID, like ID to vote, you need your ID. That's like a hot debate.
But the biggest issue is the whole wage issue. Is that when you have
It's the economy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When you have people that are willing to work for not enough to survive here, but more than enough to send back to their family in Mexico or Albania, because a bunch of Middle Eastern people are actually the immigrants. Like in the past several years, there are Mexicans like coming across the border, but it's people from like Eastern Europe and like Africa, and like Asia coming over from the southern border into the United States. Like it's not even large. Hispanics.
It's like people from destabilized countries coming
Right.
here.
People
Right.
from
Exactly.
anywhere for a while. But yeah, there's a lot of rabbit holes. We've covered a lot. Not all of them. I wish all of them. We'll cover all of them on the channel at some point. But we've covered a good amount of them, the major ones. Here we have, this is kind of a funny story. So it's protesters outside of a hotel that believed ICE was staying at this hotel. Allegedly, ICE wasn't actually at this hotel, but they thought they were. I don't know much about that, but what I do know is for sure is there are anti-ICE protesters, and when they're like graffitiing, destroying infrastructure like this, you could call some of them rioters. So you could say these are pro-illegal immigration rioters, at least some of them.
Like an artist to me.
Yeah, putting some
It's
very
subjective.
fancy, very subjective street art at a hotel that is unrelated to the ICE events.
And obviously destruction of property is criminal, but I'm pretty sure graffiti is like civil infractions.
Yeah, well, it's like I don't think it's a felony.
But I wouldn't consider graffiti rioting, but I would consider like large destruction of property probably fits the definition of rioting.
Yeah, like something like this, you know, they're not being violent. You do have the right to protest, but you don't have the right to graffiti on like private buildings. But again, that is like you said, it's not a felony. I believe it's a misdemeanor. And that's all the sources we have for tonight. Honestly, that's all we got. So no riots so far. Nice job, Minnesota. You definitely learned after George Floyd that that's not how you do things, not how you get things done.
The Ayatollah Khomeini might be dead.
The Ayatollah might be dead. It could be fake news. But this guy, this X user, he never cites his sources, but he's usually pretty accurate. So he for real though, he'll just post random shit, and then a couple hours later you'll be like, oh, he was right. But you'll never believe it because he doesn't post a source. So it's very possible. There's been a lot of riots. We haven't seen a lot of footage from Iran, but that's because there's no internet in Iran right now. So the only footage you're going to see is from the government in the country, which is this guy. Allegedly, he's dead. We don't actually know.
This guy, the supreme leader of Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
This dude.
He's got a lot of likes for it with it.
Yeah, it's
well, it's crazy if true. That's crazy because like
It
that
is
means
crazy.
that like World War III is probably close to being averted.
Averted?
Yeah, Iran was.
This could be a
like
step towards World War III.
Nah, that's Iran. That's Russia and China losing a foothold in the Middle East, and
sidebar.
The United States and Israel, and Saudi Arabia like gaining control.
Yeah, but I kind of think when World War III, when it comes to World War III, I think all those names you just named off, all those countries will be same team. Honestly. If there was a World War III, that would make sense to me.
Well, it would be Israel, Saudi Arabia, United States, and then it'd be China, Russia, Iran. But like,
I think Russia would be with the US.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. And it would be like China, EU against.
The thing about it is that it's China. It would be China, Russia, India, and
I don't
China
know about
and
India either.
China and India has the bodies. They have the bodies.
Yeah, China's got the bodies, but
so does India. I'm pretty sure there's more people in India now than there is in China.
Yeah, but it's no comment on that. Maybe we'll do a video on it in the future. Actually, trying to stay on top.
Nations.
Yeah, it could be the BRICS nations. Yeah,
which are what I just said.
No, yeah, you could. You make a good point. But either way,
Iran is like their foothold in the Middle East, even though Russia is connected to the Middle East.
Well, yeah, I kind of think
they're at war with Ukraine, which is in their footstep into Europe.
I kind of think Putin and Trump love each other. They have a very good relationship.
No, they do not have a good relation.
I don't know, man. I think
They
they like
used
each
to,
other.
but there was they don't like each other after they were fighting about the Tomahawk missiles. Like Trump there was some video that you did with Trump like giving Tomahawk missiles to Putin or something, I thought. And he said like Trump was like, "Oh, he didn't like," but he wasn't like talking like his normal Trump self. Like he wasn't like super confident. Like you can tell that you could tell that it was not did not go well.
My take on it is, if I don't actually think World War III is going to happen, but
No.
this is the route that it would go. It would be like people like you technically, like Russia is like a white nation, like a white Christian nation. And I think like a lot of them would like band together, and then you see like the EU, people are alleging like it's being overrun by like jihadists. I'm not saying that's true or not. We've talked about it a lot on the channel, but I think it will like play into something like that, and like Russia and like the US would actually be same team. And then after you see like this dictator in Iran potentially be dead, there might be like a more of an open society in Iran where you're not told you need to be Muslim, and it could all be same team. That's kind of how I think it would happen. But that's a crazy take.
I think that's like post World War III, dog.
Yeah, maybe post World War III. Yeah, it would be like a long-term thing. Because I really don't think World War III is like coming. People are saying that though.
World War III would be like if Russia goes to war with the United States.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't see that. That's like, I really don't see that happening at all, in my opinion.
I don't know, man.
Soon.
I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, maybe we'll do an episode on it.
Trump says he would get a ceasefire, and he didn't. He couldn't.
He couldn't.
He couldn't deal with Putin. That's what I'm saying. They're not friends. They're not friends.
You cannot hold any cards against Russia. There's no way. Like, that's how Trump does it. He bargains or whatever. You know, he's like a bargainer, a barterer.
I think.
And you can't barter with Russia because they don't need anything.
I think Putin liked Trump because he was willing to talk to Putin, but like I think that he sees him as just another establishment puppet at this point.
I think
for the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, for sure. I think Putin sees every democratically elected leader as just temporary. And like, all right, this is the guy I'm dealing with for the next couple of years, and he doesn't really think anything more than that.
When he comes in and tries to make a deal, and then he says no to Trump, that makes me feel like they're not friends. I don't think.
I feel like they have a good relationship, but at the end of the day, Russia doesn't ever have to stop this war. They can keep it going for as long as they want. So there's no pressure for them to ceasefire. They're under absolutely no pressure.
The issue is that it costs money to fund a war.
Yeah,
you have to they're
pay. Funding it.
Yeah, well.
And allegedly,
Venezuela,
and Iran potentially.
Potentially, that's going to be part of their oil. While Russia has its own oil, that's they're still a supplier. Iran supplies Russia with oil.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And that could be that. If that is the big brain play, I'll be surprised because I really didn't see it. But that could be the whole point of like what's going on.
Attacking people's resources.
Yeah, if you're trying to prepare for World War III, what do you need? Make sure you got supply lines, basically.
Make sure you become the world's largest exporter of oil again.
Or just have access to it. And make sure your enemies don't.
Like I said, the other video, they got $18 trillion, like almost half of the nation's debt worth of oil reserves now after Venezuela.
Yeah, but I also did a little Google AI question, and apparently all that oil at the US's current rate of consumption would only last us about 5.6 years. So it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it might be
It's
worth
still,
a lot, but we might just use it all in 5 years.
I mean, I don't think you understand what I'm saying here.
No,
I wasn't talking about using the oil for reserves. I was talking about using the oil to get $17 trillion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we need to use oil for like things to like function properly.
We're already currently we're currently the world's third largest exporter of oil, right? And so you know who the first is? Saudi Arabia, and we have like deals with them,
Yeah, and we
right?
just
So
access reserves that are larger than theirs, allegedly.
r-
But it's
so
not as
we
premium oil. It's a little bit worse quality, but still.
So basically, we're best friends with the world's largest exporter of oil, and the United States is like going to be the world's largest exporter of oil again, because it used to be the world's largest exporter of oil, like in 2010, 2011,
Yeah.
and then it no longer is. It went from the world's largest importer of oil from 2000, world's largest exporter of oil in like 2010, 2011, and now we're the world's third largest exporter of oil right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're worried about our oil reserves.
No, I don't think so either because we just added 5 years to it. But I don't think it's going to I don't think it's going to pay down the debt. I think it's just going to add 5 years
I
to our
don't
oil reserves.
I
That's kind
don't
of what I'm
mean it's
saying.
going to pay down the debt. No, I'm saying it's going to give us $17 trillion worth of money to do
Right.
things with, whether it's
Right,
actually
right,
use
right.
the cash or trade it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's actually something maybe I'll do a video on in the future. Apparently the amount of like income that has been brought in this year is like unprecedented from like foreign countries deciding to do business in the country and like manufacture things in the country so they can avoid tariffs. And that kind of all plays into like bringing money into the country, and in the long term that'll have a good effect on the economy. Might do a video on that, but it would take a long time to go over the sources. But anyway, this is the video. We got, for the most part, it's just a new, like, almost body cam footage of Renee Nicole Good getting shot. It's iPhone footage from the guy that shot her. That was the main part of the video. I hope you liked it. Definitely subscribe. Check out other stuff.